Hello everyone. Today in this video, we wanted to take a look at how we can install the Fortigate Firewall on our Microsoft Azure. Now, before we start, the only thing we're going to need beforehand is an active Microsoft Azure account. To give you a quick overview of the steps we're going to take, we're first going to create a resource group, then we would create a virtual network, and then deploy our Fortigate. We will explain each process as we go. Inside our Azure dashboard, let's go ahead to Resource Groups. Click on the button Create. Select your subscription and give the resource group a name. Then continue to the next step. We can add a tag if we wish to, but it's not necessary. At the end, just press create. After a couple of seconds, it will be ready. Once we are in our newly created group, it will be empty at the beginning. We can go ahead and add a resource in it. Inside our resource group, press the button create. It will lead us to the marketplace. On the search bar, we can search for Fortigate. On the first option that pops up for next generation firewall, under create, we're going to select a single VM. On the first step, we're going to have to choose the region. We're going to pick the one that's the closest to us. Then for the license type, we're going to select pay as you go. Then we can choose an admin username and password to log into the VM. Here on the next step, we have some important options like the image version, the VM size, and the host name. We are going to leave everything as it is and just change the name. Now on the network section, it's important to understand that when we first deploy our Fortigate on Azure, we can create a virtual network with 3 subnets. An external one for the internet facing side of Fortigate, an internal one for private traffic between Fortigate and Azure resources, and a protected one. As we can see in the network section, we are creating the network and the subnets. We are going to need a public IP address as well to access it via the internet. We don't need to change anything in advance. We can just click next until review. It's going to take some time for the reviewing process. In our case, the review failed because we don't have enough quota for the VM size we chose. If you encounter the same issue, simply come back to instance and change the VM size. We have to pick one that our account has enough quota. Then we can go back to the review. Great, once the review is finished and everything is compliant, we can go ahead and create the resource. This process is going to take some time. I won't fast forward the video so you can have an idea of how much time it takes. Once Azure has completed the deployment, we can go ahead to the resource group. Here we can see all the resources that were created by our deployment. If we click on our virtual machine, here we will find our Fortigate and we can access it via its public IP address. Make sure you type in HTTPS before the IP. Now we can log in with the username and password we set earlier during the deployment. If it doesn't load when you first log in, simply refresh the page. We are now logged in on our Fortigate that is deployed on our Azure account. That concludes this video. We thank you for your time. If you have any questions, you can email us or you can leave us a comment. Thank you and have a great day.